Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, chapter 17, the descent of the river Ganges, text 3. The 7 great sages, Marichi, Vasishta, Atri, and so on, reside on planets beneath Dhruvaloka. Well aware of the influence of the water of the Ganges to this day, they keep Ganges water on the tufts of hair on their heads. They have concluded that this is the ultimate wealth, the perfection of all austerities, and the best means of prosecuting transcendental life. Having obtained uninterrupted devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they neglect all other beneficial processes like religion, economic development, sense gratification, and even merging into the Supreme. Just as Jnanis think that merging into the existence of the Lord is the highest truth, these 7 exalted personalities accept devotional service as the perfection of life. So, continuing the story of the Ganga, we hear how much these 7 great sages, the Sapta Rishihi, they have so much of faith in the Ganga that they keep the Ganga on their heads. This is because they are devotees. Now, different people who are on the transcendental path follow different processes. There are those who are seeking wealth, the karmis. But the Sapta Rishis have all decided that the ultimate wealth is devotional service. There are those who are concentrated on austerities, who think that austerities is the best. But the Sapta Rishis have concluded that the perfection of all austerities is to render devotional service. And there are those who try the path of jnana or yoga. The jnanis want to merge into the Supreme Lord's impersonal feature, the Brahma Jyoti. And the yogis want to get more and more power so that they can elevate themselves to the higher planetary systems. But the Sapta Rishis have concluded that no, the best means of prosecuting transcendental life is not jnana or yoga or karma, but to render transcendental loving service to Krishna. And once they have obtained it, they are neglecting the other processes, dharma, artha, kama. That means following pious religious activities, concentrating on economic development, and enjoying the sense gratification, or even merging into the Supreme. So let us analyze how this applies to a devotee. So a devotee should not think that doing pious activities is the highest perfection of Krishna consciousness. So pious activities means performing rituals or giving charity and concentrating on perfecting the rituals is not the highest activity. Nor is jnana the highest activity, where one tries to learn more and more and explain more and more by reading so many different literature. Instead, it is actually serving Krishna and his devotees, which is the highest activities. So this is the wonder of keeping the Ganga on their heads. They didn't keep the Ganga on their heads like a medicine. Like sometimes you may think, oh, Ganga is like a medicine, I will go and I will put my sins into the Ganga. But that is not the purpose of our taking a dip in the Ganga or in any other holy water. You go and take a dip to worship them. Srila Prabhupada explained that you don't go in that any other mode except to worship. So we worship them with great faith and with great love. That is the mood in which we do all the pious activities. Similarly, learning, it is best to just learn the Srimad Bhagavatam. If you learn more and more of the Bhagavatam, then you get more and more nectar of Krishna. You understand Krishna, you understand his devotee. This sweetness is what we need to do. That is why Srila Prabhupada concentrated on this. He translated Bhagavad Gita for us to get the basic knowledge. And then he translated Bhagavatam for us to delve deep into it for the rest of our lives. He first started with the 10th canto in case he did not live long enough, being so old, so that at least we will understand the transcendental pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. After that, he translated the other 9 cantos, and then his disciples continued the remainder of the 10th and the 11th and 12th cantos. This is such extensive literature. The Srimad Bhagavatam is such extensive literature, and it is nectarian throughout. So if we just spend the rest of our lives of studying Bhagavatam, that is enough. And we should study it scrutinizingly. It is okay that once in a that this Bhagavata Saptaha, where someone goes for 1 week and hears only Bhagavatam, it's all right, it's nice. But that does not mean that for the rest of the 51 weeks of the year we don't do anything. We should not fall into that trap. Oh, I went for Bhagavata Saptaha and that for the rest of the time, that is enough. No. Bhagavata Saptaha should be used as an appetizer to give us appetite to hear the Bhagavatam every day. That is why we have taken this service of sending you all these classes every day to please download and hear, or if you're unable to download, go to YouTube, search for Bhagavatam nectars and hear every day this wonderful nectar and get love for Krishna. This is the highest perfection, like the Sapta Rishis, and it will make us so happy that we'll be ready to leave our body at the end of our lives. Yesterday, the much beloved former President Abdul Kalam left his body. So what do we make of him? As we can see, he was a very pious, mode of goodness person who always wanted to do good to everyone in the field of teaching. He always wanted to teach. And he used to give a higher purpose, innovation to everyone. He used to make everyone stretch themselves to do better, to do more. Even though he was more than 80, he was constantly going to the youngest people and teaching them how to do new things. He was inspiring them to do new things. So this he was doing in the field of education. Similarly, our Guru Maharaja is doing this in the field of devotional service, encouraging us to do more and more new things in Krishna consciousness. This Bhakti Vriksha 4G, Mission 2020, give Gauranga, is such an important movement which Guru Maharaj has given us, and we should just take it, keep it on our heads, and every day concentrate on trying to give Gauranga to someone. Did you 4G today? Are you planning to do 4G today? To someone at least to give Gauranga. Give them the nectar of Gauranga. Give them an idea what is Gauranga, what is love, and why love is the basis of the spiritual world, and that's why love should be the basis of our spiritual practices. You should give it to them. So this is what Abdul Kalam did. And finally, the way he left his body was very pleasing to him, I'm sure. He was not sick for any day in his life, and he was there doing what he loved most, giving the youngsters inspiration, and he left his body. So this is most wonderful. So I wish I could also be blessed like that, giving class, leave the body. That would be most wonderful without falling sick for a day. So we request everyone to please bless me that I may have such an end and go back home, back to Godhead, and wait for all of you. Hare Krishna. Thus end the commentary on the 5th canto, chapter 17, the descent of the river Ganges, text 3.